it up for Wini! We've met before. I said, welcome back. So this is my first time. Like, we've met. It's fine.
First time telling you.
First time teller!
I was hoping and praying that I would not get picked, but I'm glad I got picked. Okay. It was last year in September. I was newly married, and my husband, Aditya, and we'd just moved to Seattle. I had never lived anywhere outside India for more than 3 months, so it was really new. It was amazing. Everything was new. Even I could drink water from the tap, so that was new for me too. It was really exciting, but I was also a little nervous. And so before I would probably get homesick, I decided to get in touch with the Indian community. And there, we made a lot of friends. We made friends with this one couple, Sujata ji and Sridhar uncle, and their 2 boys. And we spent a lot of time together all the time in Seattle. And one morning, this was February 16th, this year, 2019. One morning, we spent time. It was really fun. They had come over. And that night, Aditya and I had decided to go out to Fremont. Now, Fremont is a place very similar to Asheville. It's colorful and hip and all of that. And there was a Bollywood dance party that night at Fremont. And so we were really excited. We were like, oh, yay. And we went. It was really nice. That day was magical and the night was amazing. And I remember dancing to those amazing Bollywood tunes and looking at my husband and thinking, oh my gosh, this guy is so amazing. I love how nicely he moves. And it may have been the rum too, but I was just so happy. That day was beautiful. That night was amazing. And we decided to call it a day. We left, and we were waiting for the Uber. I'm standing by the curb, and I'm noticing these 3 Caucasian guys walking towards us. At that very moment when I saw them walking towards us, coming really close to us, Aditya leans over and whispers to me, they just said, look at these Indian motherfuckers. I felt the blood just drain out of my body. Now, we were starting to walk across the road because we wanted to get away, but I can hear them yelling at us. This is 206, this is Seattle, this is not Kashmir. That was clear, and then there was a lot of Kashmir thrown at us. And I'm trying to hold Aditya and I, try and make him not do anything. And I was just hoping that the Uber would come and then we would get home and none of this would happen and the day would be as magical as it was when he turns around and he says, what about Kashmir? And that's all I remember. The next thing I see, Aditya is lying on my lap. There's blood on my passport. There's blood on my phone. There's blood on my white top. There's blood on his blue shirt. There was just a lot of blood. The next thing I know, the cops are there. Now Aditya is standing up and then they're checking his nose. And then somehow we got to the hospital. I'm standing at the hospital lobby and I'm looking at the most kindest of eyes of Officer Lee. And I remember him saying, I understand this is a racially aggravated assault. That punch was, but I need you to stop crying. And that's when I realized I have to be strong now because this is where we live now. And I started to walk. Now, I still didn't know if Aditya was okay. I got to the room that Aditya was brought to after the MRI scan of his head, just to check if there was anything more than just the punch. And he was okay. And we were talking, and we decided we would text our parents about the whole thing back home in India. When I noticed a message from Sujata ji at 3:20 a.m. She sleeps really early and wakes up very early. She does not wake up at 3:20 for sure, but I saw her message about how, oh, we had so much fun this morning, and we are in trouble, and I send her our location. And at that very moment, my phone dies. I'm scrambling, I'm running around to get a charger for my phone. I somehow get the charger. And by then, she had already sent a message saying, we're on our way. Just hang in there. A few minutes later, I see her walking in the doors. I go to her and I hug her really, really, really tight. And I remember thinking, I am so, so grateful for having friends who remind me that I and my husband are loved, are safe, and have a place in this country.